Real Madrid have absolutely embarrassed themselves, losing 4-0 to PSG in the semifinals of the Club World Cup. All I can say is that this is an absolute disgrace. The players didn't show up at all. In the first half alone, the game was already over, with PSG scoring their 3 goals in the first 25 minutes. I understand PSG is the best team in the world right now, but you cannot do that. We would have been better off just forfeiting the match. And I'm trying to wrap my head around what went wrong. These guys are professional football players. And yet 2 of the goals that PSG have scored came from mistakes from our defense. Our defense literally capitulated in the span of 25 minutes. They looked more like Sunday League defenders than actual professional footballers. Raúl Asensio and Rudiger, they were so shaky. PSG literally did whatever they wanted against that defense. They knew they didn't have to worry at all about Raúl or Rudiger. The first goal was thanks to a Raúl Asensio mistake by not being able to clear the ball. The second goal was because of Rudiger. I don't even know what he did. He just wasn't able to stop the ball. And then Dembele was through on goal. And he's obviously not going to miss. He's in the best form of his life. He's obviously going to score that against Courtois. And what is Courtois supposed to do there? His defenders are literally leaving him out to dry. The third PSG goal was just absolutely amazing. I'm going to put my hands up and admit that. In 3, I think maybe 4 passes, they went from their box to our box and scored. It was night and day. It was men versus boys. Hakimi literally just made that whole left side his own. Fran could not do anything against Hakimi. He was not able to stop him at all. And when they scored that third goal, I expected it to be a 7-0, maybe 8-0, that type of scoreline, because we were playing absolutely terrible. I did not see any way in which Real Madrid was going to come out of this unscathed. Hell, even scoring a goal would have been a miracle. Luis Enrique for sure went into the halftime and told his players, hey, you guys need to let your foot off of the pedal, because number one, this is Luka Modric's last game with Real Madrid. I know that we can embarrass them. We can probably score 10 goals against this terrible Real Madrid side, but we're not going to do that out of respect. What Luka Modric has accomplished, they had that much respect for us that they didn't want to destroy us. They knew they could easily get 7, 8, 9, 10 goals against us. But what was the point? The game was already over. But this is a very important lesson for Xabi Alonso. Up until this point, he was slowly gaining credibility, and I feel like this just took him another 3-4 steps back. He's going to have to go back into the drawing board and fix just a lot of issues here. And one of the big issues is the defense. Without Dean today, we looked absolutely terrible. We looked spineless. We looked like we weren't even sure what we were doing. The players looked so lost. It's amazing that a player who just joined us not even a month ago already has that much of an impact that when he's not there, we're running around like headless chickens. And I believe we have to sign another center back this transfer window. We will not challenge for anything with Rudiger, Asensio, Dean, Alaba, Militao. Out of those center backs I mentioned, 2 of them are coming from long-term injuries, Alaba and Militao. That only leaves Dean, Rudiger, and Raúl Asensio. Raúl Asensio, all throughout this tournament, has been absolutely horrendous. All of those good matches and good performance he put in last season, we were expecting him to come into the Club World Cup and build off of that. Instead, he completely destroyed his reputation, his credibility, and he just looks like his head is not in it. And we just don't have the time to wait for him to find his old form. And especially since we're going through a rebuild, we need to have players who we can count on, who are dependable. And maybe a loan move for him might do him some good. I just don't think he needs to be near the first team for a while. And another issue we have is the Vini and Mbappe problem. They are just not able to click. Today, we saw Vini playing on the right and Mbappe on the left. Vini did not provide any support for the team. He wasn't dropping back. He wasn't pressuring. He didn't even have any dangerous attacks. We had 1 shot on target. We depend on players like Vini, like Mbappe, to get shots on target, to be dangerous up top, to pressure. You saw Dembele. He was non-stop running throughout the whole match. So if Ousmane Dembele can do it, why can't Vini do it? Why can't Mbappe do it? I'll quickly go into the player ratings, but in my opinion, no one in the team played well. Starting off in goal, we have Courtois. Courtois, for your performance, I have to give you a 6 out of 10. You let in 4 goals today, but 2 of those, you didn't really get much help from your defense. They literally just left you there. And even though you are one of the best keepers of all time, you're not going to save every shot. And if it wasn't for Courtois, I guarantee you that it would have been more than 4 goals. Now let's go into the defense. First up is Valverde. Valverde was the only good point of the defense. I have to give him a 6 out of 10 for his performance. Valverde can play all throughout the field, literally anywhere. He could probably even do a good job up front. That does not mean that we should play him in another position that is not the midfield. By him not playing in the midfield today, we lost so much presence. Our midfield looked so weak. They looked so disoriented. There was just nothing there. And even though he can do a good shift, he can't handle the defense all by himself. And just like Courtois, these two are the only good points of, I would probably say, the whole team. Moving on into the center back partners, we'll start off with Rudiger. Rudiger, your mistake led to a goal. You looked absolutely shaky the whole game. I have to give you a 3 out of 10. You're the center back that was meant to lead by experience. You've been through all of it. You've won a Champions League. You've won multiple trophies. You've played in many of the top 5 leagues. But yet today, you had possibly your worst performance in a Real Madrid jersey. And I hope that you can put this game behind you, because I don't want to see this happening ever again. Next is Raúl Asensio. Raúl Asensio, he also had a terrible game. I have to give you a 3 out of 10 because just like Rudiger, your mistake led to PSG's first goal. You could have literally just cleared it. Just literally boot it out. But yet you decide to take your time in our box. Knowing how dangerous this PSG team is, you can't even give them an inch of space because they'll see that as a weakness and then they'll take advantage of it like that. Last player in the defense will go with Fran Garcia. Fran Garcia, have to give you 4 out of 10. Slightly better than Raúl and Rudiger, but you still got absolutely dominated by Hakimi. He made that left side his own. Now onto the midfield. We'll start off with Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni, for your performance, I have to give you a 4 out of 10. He got overran by Vitinha, by João Neves, by Dembele. He was trying to intercept, trying to get involved, but it just looked like he was running with bricks tied to his feet. Moving on to Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, this match, I have to give you 3 out of 10. You used this match as basically a conditioning session. You were non-stop running, and not in a good way, because this type of running was just without a purpose. I feel like this is starting to become a constant, where whenever we have a big match or we need him to turn up in big moments, he always disappears. Lastly, we have Arda Güler. Wow. Arda Güler, I didn't even realize you were playing. I have to give you a 2 out of 10 for your performance. We saw 2 different sides of what you're capable of. We saw one at your highest, and now this is your lowest. But then again, what could he have done against that PSG midfield? Moving on to the attackers, we'll start off with the left wing position, Kylian Mbappe. I have to give you a 5 out of 10. Mbappe, your performance today, it was terrible as well, but you had a shot on target at least. Mbappe's performance today just reassured Luis Enrique that he made the right decision letting Mbappe go last season. Next up is Gonzalo Garcia, our striker. For your performance, I have to give you a 5 out of 10. You looked much more limited compared to the previous matches, and I do believe that that is because of Mbappe and Vini coming back into the team. And you are one of the good things that have come from this tournament. Finishing as Real Madrid's top goal scorer, you had a goal involvement in every single match up to this point. Now the last player we have is Vini Jr. Vini, absolutely terrible. 4 out of 10 for your performance. Vini has not been good recently, and I believe that ever since that Ballon d'Or loss, he has just not been the same player. Sure, he scored a goal against Salzburg, but we need him to get a goal or an assist every game. He can't go 1, 2, 3, 4 matches without scoring a goal or getting an assist. Xabi Alonso has to use this as a lesson to find a way to get Mbappe and Vini to play good together. Something that Ancelotti was not able to fully figure out. Let me know, what did you guys think of the match down below? I'll be looking forward to reading your comments. Hala Madrid!